We've all entertained the ultimate psychological thought experiment. What if you could hear the exact, unfiltered thoughts of everyone around you? It sounds like a superpower, but testing this hypothesis requires a baseline. Let's set up that baseline with a perfectly ordinary, highly frustrating morning. Our subject wakes up on his birthday, only to be immediately suffocated by nagging parents and a younger sibling making sarcastic jokes about whether he even deserves a cake. The specific details of the argument don't matter as much as the psychological vacuum it creates. He is completely surrounded by his own family, yet he feels entirely misunderstood and isolated. Seeking an escape from that environment, he turns to his friends. Instead of genuine emotional support, he gets superficial backslaps and relentless pressure to bury his feelings and just go out drinking. This leads to a chaotic detour at a local liquor shop that ends in a darkly comedic police raid. Everyone scatters in the panic, and our subject finds himself sprinting away from his own birthday celebration, completely alone. He manages to evade the cops, but the data here points to a deeper problem. Evacuating a stressful physical environment does absolutely nothing to solve the underlying psychological burden of feeling completely disconnected from the people who are supposed to care about you. The subject hits his lowest point. He is hiding out in an abandoned, dark alleyway, physically drained and emotionally exhausted. In this isolated state, he encounters an unexpected variable. A cryptic old woman approaches him from the shadows, offering a cup of water. This liquid carries a specific promise. It will peel back the layers of every unspoken thought he encounters. He takes the cup and swallows the liquid. The moment the water is gone, his baseline reality fades to black, and the active experiment begins. It is a striking behavioral observation. Prolonged emotional desperation will push a human being to consume almost any variable, even the completely unknown, if it offers the slightest chance of altering their current reality. A moment of wonder. Morning arrives, and the subject wakes up in a hyper-real state. He immediately gets a bizarre confirmation of his new variable. As a street dog wanders past, he distinctly hears its inner monologue, wondering if it's going to get fed. This diagram illustrates the severe cognitive dissonance he experiences in the bustling bazaar. His brain is flooded with conflicting sensory data. The vendors' bright physical faces clash violently against the deceitful, anxious inner monologues, broadcasting directly into his mind. This leads to a terrifying macro-level realization. He is hearing the raw data of human interaction, and the data shows that polite society does not function on truth. It is held together almost entirely by unspoken, comforting lies. Injecting absolute truth into a macro society acts as a highly destructive force, instantly tearing down the necessary protective illusions that keep social order intact. Seeing the chaos of the public sphere, the subject retreats. He heads back to his intimate circle, seeking refuge with the friends he always believed were his true safe haven. His friends enthusiastically raise their cups to wish him a happy birthday, but his new ability reveals their inner thoughts. They are entirely apathetic toward him. They are merely using his birthday as an excuse to party. The subject experiences a severe emotional crash. This final data point confirms the harshest reality of the experiment. His last remaining sanctuary of trust was nothing more than a convenient illusion. Absolute truth dismantles the broad, impersonal norms of society. More critically, it severs the personal trust that served as his final emotional safety net. The subject processes the shock through a sobering conversation with an animal he encounters on the street. It cements the philosophical thesis of his journey. Carrying the truth is a remarkably heavy burden, meant only for those willing to endure the weight required to change the world. Seeking closure, he tracks down the mystic woman from the alleyway. He demands to understand the purpose of the experiment, asking why he was saddled with this crushing psychological weight. The mystic delivers the final lesson, establishing the after state of our experiment. The telepathy itself is neutral data. The true variable, she explains, is the subject's agency and how they choose to wield that information. The subject evaluates the data points of his life. He realizes that knowing the truth allows him to bypass the social games that used to exhaust him. He chooses to operate with a calculated clarity. using his foresight to navigate hidden dangers and expose reality only where it can prevent genuine harm. Which brings the entire thought experiment back around to you. If you were handed the ultimate, unvarnished truth about everyone in your life, how would you allow that knowledge to change your own character?